the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Say Nsem-Pii for an Nsem-Pii I have for Bekaya. And che, there was some news and it is circulating around across all the social media platform. Efa the ruling National Democratic Congress NDC Amanyo Kono Greater Accra Regional Chairman ni Sh0cks ene Singaporean mogul bia efene Sh0cks efa ECG contract bia NDC Greater Accra Regional Chairman ni Sh0cks so bema Singaporean business mogul yi defrauding no gini sika na emom wanfa contract no ama no na Singaporean business mogul Sh0cks be pemu Ghana mem ha na ni Sh0cks esama NDC metro man eche papai ewsa ana branche ekwo share edan bi ma o ko ohun awia na even ko anya ensuo ene aduane mpo anom na omde omonsa esa ekeka Singaporean business mogul Sh0cks na enam so ema Sh0cks business mogul Singaporean business mogul etabiri NDC Greater Accra Regional Chairman ni Sh0cks ekopiemu court efa ni sika na wa defrauding no ena efa ECG contract wa yeso bema no agye ni sika na sika no so wan fa no ba Ghana mema so ba bagye ni sika ni Sh0cks Greater Accra Regional NDC chairman ene ni metro man for asa tabi papaye akwhye dan bim asa domonsa akeka no agye ni hu nyoma ewo ni hu nyina nene Sh0cks edin Nsem-Pii na to dwa on live radio yenim say abra ensem ana ensem a odikoda court sibia odescribe bibia court no ene Sh0cks na kasa ntuo ode ensem no kra nyina dandi ewo on live radio abra onya abre no ne mpanifon bi atwetwe nkomo na Sh0cks sa wotie ni nsem na NDC amanyoko ni de tim say krono sebi krono ene ayi ana omeye say omode ba abem ana omode bu oman ode yenya bre yenje bre Nsem-Pii for nientie Singaporean business mogul Sh0cks.
Tell us how you met Mr. Sh0cks in the first place.
Okay, so first of all, thank you for having me and giving me this opportunity to speak to everyone. It's a very sad story. So let me start with your question. So I met Sh0cks by a Chinese woman that introduced me to come and invest with Sh0cks. So basically this Chinese lady, she told me that she know this person that is the minister of Ghana and he have a lot of network and power in Ghana. So he said that he can bring us a lot of business. So as I am an investor, so I told her that okay, sure, why not, let me explore. So under the invite of Mr. Sh0cks, so I came to Ghana with the Chinese lady to understand like what resources and network does he have.
And this was in 2023?
No, this is on 2024.
Okay.
On or around May
2024.
Yes.
Okay.
So
yes, continue.
Okay, so basically after I arrived to Ghana, so he told me he bring me around, so he showed me that he have the resource and network. So he have police escorting him everywhere he go, able to not be in the traffic with police escorting, and he also start to bring me to like big people in Ghana. So I don't know if I should mention the name, yeah, but basically these people make me confident that he is a real person. So he told me that, oh, this paper is just one call away from him, will support anything if I need in doing business in Ghana. So after these few people that I met, I start to have confidence in him and have trust in him. So I started to invest with him. So he told me, in order for me to do business here, I need to set up a company with him, because we need a Ghana company to work. So he told me, okay, I need to invest certain amount of money for the income of the company. So, it's more money. So I invested with him. So then I went back to Singapore. Wow.
So you invested money in setting up a company which we see as NSG Innovations Limited.
Yes, you're right.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So after, incorporation of this company take time. So of course I can't wait for the incorporation. So I went back to Singapore. With what he's telling me is that he will make sure that the company is in corp, and after that he will start to take business contract from ECG directly, and he will give it to me. So okay, I go back to Singapore to wait. So after like weeks, then he come back and tell me that, verbally he said that, oh, good news, I secure the business with ECG. We got a 1 million order. But you need to, the business in Ghana is that because we are new, we need to give a 10% deposit to show that we are serious with this contract, and if we fail, they will take the 10% away or something. So he said this is a requirement, it's a deposit, it will be returned to me. So I was like, okay, sure, 100,000 for a 1 million order, why not, right? And the profit margin is good, to be very frank. So let's do it. Yeah, so I start to give him the money, 100,000, with which whatever that I said now is all proven with evidence, which is all found inside my human right.
Yes, so I see that you actually did a bank transfer.
Yes.
Of the 100,000.
Yes.
Ghana cedis through statutory means to Mr. Ashimo. So the transaction document is there. I can see that his name is there as the recipient of the transaction. It's actually marked Exhibit A series from the exhibits that you. This is it.
Yes, you're right. Yes. So this is an official document from my bank, transferred to his personal account. So as I'm using my company bank account to transfer, because this is business, but he told me that, oh, I have to transfer to his personal account because there is no company account yet. So I have to transfer to him directly so that he can take it out. So that's why I transferred to him.
And I see that you did another transfer of 600,000, or was it less than 600,000? So you did another transfer beyond the 100,000. Tell us about it. What led to that request to transfer more money?
Sure. So after the 1 million order that he confirmed, so for us to get this contract, normally, as I'm doing this business not just first day, I've been in this business for many years. So I told him I need an official contract, purchase order, and technical spec from ECG. I cannot just accept it from your verbal confirmation. So he told me, okay, no worries, I will go and get it. Their ECG boss is just my friend, so I can go and get it easily. So I was like, okay, I waited for weeks. He didn't come back to me with all the official things, but he come back with me with another good news. He said that, oh, the boss of the ECG told me that he's willing to give me another order of $6 million USD. And so I start to ask him, okay, so what do you mean by that? It means that I need to give another 10% in order to get this business running. So I'm starting to start to negotiate with him a bit, like is it secure? To be frank, your government is not in power, so are you very certain that it's safe and everything? And is this really how the business in Ghana works? Because now I need to give another 600,000. It's not normal. But then he convinced me and say, oh, don't worry, I know even our government is not in power, but I'm talking to even the current president, vice president, and he's just like my friend, and I can do something with it. It convinced me a lot. Then I was like, okay, sure. We finally come to a conclusion. I decided, okay, why not invest? Anyway, I already invested 100,000 and more than 100,000, because in between he always asks for small money, so I also have given to him. So I was like, okay, let's not break the investment, so let's do it. So after I give the 600,000, then he asked for another 100,000 for buying insurance for my business. They said this is also how it works in Ghana. So I was like, okay, I give him the 100,000. So it add up to 700,000 plus 100,000, which is 800,000. Which I also show in exhibit that because after transferring it's not easy. There is exhibit that I show that he asked his business partner in China to receive the cash for me because he said that he have a lot of channel to take the money and bring it to Ghana, which I don't have. So he said that he had been always doing it in China. So I told him, okay, if you can, then I can give it to you in China. So that is the exhibit that.
So that last part of it, that's last 700,000 was actually received in cash.
Yes, not 800, 700,000.
The 700,000,
but in different period.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So someone will ask that when you met Mr. Sh0cks,
yes,
and he made all those representations to you, you didn't find it necessary to cross-check with any of the Ghanaian authorities or any of the processes that are laid down in Ghana to be sure whether or not it was genuine? You didn't find it necessary to do anything like that?
You see, this is the next part that I'm going into it. So after this 6 million order, so I was pushing for him for the, like what I mentioned, PO, contract, and technical spec, which he promised that he will give it to me. So I'm waiting. So, I give him some time because I want to respect, maybe this country, this is how it works. That's why I start to ask him, can you get ECG to write email to me directly? I request humbly, because no matter what, he's still a big man in Ghana. So after that, he told me the good news again. Instead of giving me the contract, PO, and technical spec, he told me that he give me another good news, which is he spoke to the vice president and he gotten an order of 115 million and a 10 million ECG order. They want him to take it, and he asked for me 12.5 million, which that is the part that I start to do not believe. So I requested, can I meet the people directly? I want to know, I tell me straight in his face, this is too much, and I want to get the official things before I move anymore.
Okay.
So I give him a stop on this part.
Okay.
And then 1-2 weeks later again, he start to tell me something even more crazy. He said that I spoke to the vice president. He managed to secure 450 million USD order for me, and the condition is that they are willing to give me mobilization. So technically, I'm able to get 220 over million USD as a deposit. So this time, I don't need to give them deposit. They are going to give it to me. So we are very happy because, we don't really accept the deposit anymore for 12 million. So, we was happy. But suddenly he dropped me with, but there is a condition. I need to fulfill the 12 million first.
The previous one? Yes.
Okay. So that is the condition. So, I tell him, it make me not believe anymore. So I tell him, let's cool down, because...
Okay. So for this 3 contracts, or let's even say 2 contracts that you have mentioned, the first was 100,000.
Yes.
The second was 700,000 or 600,000 plus another 100,000.
Yes.
Did you ever get to provide any service to the ECG after making those payments?
No. That is why today I'm here. Okay?
Okay.
So basically, he just kept telling me verbally and in message. That's why I have all the WhatsApp messages as proof from all the contract that I talked about just now earlier on. It's all in WhatsApp proof. And this message is from me and him directly. So he promised me a lot, but it never delivered. So that's why I'm very disappointed.
I've seen one other exhibit which appears to have handwritten Emmanuel Ni Sh0cks, and then there's an account number 0040-173-175028. Now, is this something that Sh0cks wrote himself?
Yes.
Okay.
You see,
and he took a picture and sent it to you?
I cannot 100% confirm he written it himself, but this is what he sent it to me. So basically, this information and this is the same. So basically, he just asked me to transfer the money to this account.
And that's what you did?
Yes.
Okay. So I see from the processes that your lawyer filed that you stepped into the political space in our country by supporting his party ahead of the 2024 campaign. What led to you sponsoring the NDC with $1,500,000 United States dollars?
Okay, so regards to this, it's not really I'm sponsoring it directly to NDC, no. So in short, it's more of, so Ashimo told me that, oh, President, I mean, I don't want to mention the name, but basically he said that this president want me to, you know, support. So for me, I tell him that, you know, I can support, but then, you know, I don't want to be involved with all these things. So I invested in him. So it's more of like, because he told me that in order for you to do business in Ghana, you need to be good
Connected.
to the people here.
Okay.
Yeah, so therefore he told me that, you know, asking me to do some of these NDC stuff. We call it like shirt, hat, aprons, 24-hour economy booklet. So I start to print all these things for them.
So you did all this in Singapore?
No, in China.
In China?
Yeah.
Okay. I can see from your exhibits that
Yes.
you have some pictures of that.
Yes.
But that is really not even the issue. So I've seen something like
Yes, you're right.
it's a 24-hour, you know. Well, that's not even really the focus. But going forward, what led to you coming into Ghana after all? Because from the story you are telling me, you left Ghana in May 2024
Yes,
to Singapore,
yes.
and you came back to Ghana almost a year after. Because I saw it, I think you came back in May 2025.
Yes,
So that 1 year period is when all these things transpired.
yes.
Then what will bring you back to Ghana in 2025 in May?
Yeah. So you see, I have invested a lot to this guy, Emmanuel Ashimo, and for me, I still see opportunity in this country. So what he told me is that, don't worry, after President Mahama win the election, he will have control of everything. So he told me that, so I was waiting for the election. So, I mean, of course, we pray for President Mahama to get elected. So it was a good news that he was elected. Mr. President is elected, and we was all happy, celebrating in Singapore, in China. And I start to, you know, call him like, hey, Mr. Chairman, now there is no excuse. You should give me the order, the order that already, the order that I already paid. We don't even talk about new order. We talk about the order that I already paid. You should give it to me. He started to not respond for like months. Then I assume that he's busy. Sure. Then suddenly he come back to me telling me that, hey, you know, there is a petroleum investment. The government is in need of these resources, and which therefore there is a few WhatsApp correspondent that I have with him. He explaining what is the opportunity here. Then I was like, okay, sure, you know, I hope that this time is not story, because this time President Mahama is elected already. So I came to Ghana. Then I talked to him.
So you came to Ghana on his invitation?
Yes, you're
Okay.
right. So he started to tell me, oh, you know, in order to do petroleum business, you need to have a license here, which the license take about like 2 million over, and it take time to process. But he got the shortcut for me. So I said, what's the shortcut? He told me that I can just buy over a company, and I have the license, and I can straight away supply to the government. So I was like, okay. So I told him, if you are able to get the contract for me, I will buy the company. But if you don't get any contract for me, I don't see it physically, I'm not going to buy the company. So I make it very clear to him that I'm not going to invest any more money until I see something real. Then he started to, then after that I went back to Singapore again. Then he started to, you know, message me and tell me that, oh, you know, I negotiate with the boss of Bosch, and he started to
Oh, so you are saying that you came to Ghana, you went back to Singapore,
Yes.
and you came back again?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So this after, so in my life, I have come to Ghana 3 times. So that is the first 2 that I just spoken, and now I'm talking about the 3rd time, which led me into this situation.
Okay.
So you know, like I mentioned, I'm not okay with investing any more money until something will come out. So I told him that in the message and the call, I told him that, you see, if you can't give me any concrete thing or contract, I'm not going to give you any money. And I still pressuring him to give me the order of the ECG, that the money 10% that I paid, because I paid the deposit. You shouldn't just tell me that, oh, now this change of government and the contract is gone. It don't make sense, right? Then
I'm sure by now you found out that ECG doesn't take 10% to give anybody contracts in Ghana.
you see, I'm not.
You found out?
I'm not sure, but that is what he tell me. I only can just.
You haven't found out yet?
I mean,
you must have found out by now.
Right now, I just came out of the cells. So I just came out of the cell. So you see, I'm trying to understand what's the situation right now.
Okay, so just pause over there. I'm going to continue. I want to go to Bulldog because I want to know. I want to establish the relationship between you and Bulldog. Bulldog, where do you know Mr. To?
Oh, I mean, it was recommended to me by a friend. I'm in the entertainment space, so we're always looking for investors to try and come and support what we do and also